a home with tired head.
You knew they were coming for this house?
I knew they wanted the land.
And you let me hear it from strangers?
Auntie, it's not like that.
Then tell me what it is. Tell me you didn't sign away the house I paid for.
Auntie, let me explain.
They gave me 30 days to leave. Explain that.
I had no gold or comfort.
Place every page on the table. I want the declaration, the notice, and the consent carrying my name.
My declaration said my father's family had an interest in the property. I also stated that you paid for it and that your consent was required.
Then your signature gave his story the respectability mine was denied.
I will ask Cardinal Ridge to freeze the transaction and send a complete file to Barrister Anwise.
Contact them now. Do not contact your father. I want the documents before he knows we are tracing them.
After your call last night, Cardinal Ridge froze the transaction. The original documents are sealed with company legal, and nothing further will proceed. Who delivered the file, and what documents did he present as authority? Our register name's Conle Martins. His file contained Okudili's authority letter, an estate assignment deed, and Chinaza's consent witnessed by Pastor Danladi.
Pastor Danladi moved away from Jos years ago. He has never watched me sign any property document.
Kunle is my father's assistant. He collected the conference room copies after I signed my declaration. Preserve every original. We will report suspected forgery, verify the probate records, and find Pastor Danladi before Okudili knows. Pastor Danladi, this consent says you witnessed Chinaza sign on the 14th of June. Is the witness signature yours? No. I moved away from Jos 7 years ago. On that date, I was attending a minister's conference in Ilorin. My diary and travel receipts will confirm it. But this imitation follows the unusual stroke on a church receipt I signed in 2008. The Women's Fellowship paid Chinaza for sewing choir uniforms.
I believed the church welfare fund supplied the extra money that saved my house payment that month.
The church paid only for your work. Sunday Bitros sold his generator and supplied the shortfall. He made me promise not to tell you. Whoever copied my signature must have reached the old church records. This receipt records the sale of your generator to Alhaji Sule Dambaba in August 2008. Did that money become Chinaza's house payment? Every naira. I gave it to Pastor Danladi and asked him to add it to the choir uniform money. Chinaza would have returned it if she knew, and the installment was already due.
All these years, I thanked the church for money you gave without asking for your name.
6 weeks ago, did anyone ask you about that payment, the witnesses or Chinaza's records? Conle Martins came here. He said Okudili wanted to honor Chinaza's sacrifices. He asked who witnessed the payments, where Pastor Danladi lived, and whether the original book stayed in the tailoring shop. I told him Danjuma witnessed the payments and that Pastor Danladi had moved to Lafia. I did not tell him where Chinaza kept the book. Danjuma, Cardinal Ridge received an estate assignment deed claiming your family transferred Rukuba Road to Okudili. Did the estate approve that document? No. The probate grant names my sister and me as administrators. Neither of us signed an assignment, and the estate never sold that property to Okudili. My father wrote this on the final page of his estate notebook. Rukuba Road, Chinaza Obiora, paid in full, transfer pending.
He recorded the truth, even though death came before the deed.
6 weeks ago, Conle asked to photograph the old survey plan. He said Emeka wanted to regularize the title before the marriage arrangements advanced. I allowed one survey page only. Elder Musa Palm's name is beside my father's note. Elder Musa, what did Pagyang say after Chinaza completed the final payment? He closed the payment book before Danjuma and me and said, "From today, Chinaza is no longer my tenant. She has paid for this house in full." That same week, our street levy register listed Chinaza as the person responsible for the property. It is a community record, not a title deed, but nobody collected rent from her again. 3 weeks ago, Conle brought a typed statement claiming Okudili's family had always owned the place. He wanted my signature. I refused and preserved the unanswered copy.
Then Okudili did not return for his son. He returned to build a false claim around a house he never built. My father says Okudili presented Rukuba Road as your inheritance. He said the redevelopment would secure our marriage and finance the future you were building.
I knew Auntie Chinaza paid for the property. I believed my father would give her another home and shop before the redevelopment began.
You allowed him to call it your inheritance at my introduction. Then you signed a declaration without asking the person who paid for it.
I was wrong. Give me time to stop the transaction and repair what I helped damage.
Repair it because Chinaza deserves justice, not because you want to keep me. I will not begin a marriage that required another woman to lose her home.
Kunle, this meeting is voluntary. You may leave or speak with your own lawyer, but independent records show that you questioned the witnesses, obtained the survey details, and delivered the disputed file. Did Okudili direct you? Yes. Chief Okudili said the family wanted to regularize the property and compensate Chinaza. He asked me to collect the history, identify the witnesses, and obtain the survey information. You told Danjuma that I sent you. I never asked you to photograph anything concerning that property. Chief said you had agreed but wanted to remain outside the process until everything was ready. He later gave me a sealed envelope containing the estate deed and Chinaza's consent. I delivered it to Cardinal Ridge. I did not sign either document.
If you did not prepare those papers, show us why Okudili paid you after Cardinal Ridge accepted them.
It was the first part of a success fee from his consulting account. I kept the transfer alert, his voice note, and the messages about the unpaid balance. I was afraid he would deny everything. Cardinal Ridge's redacted schedule records a 25 million naira advance to Okudili's consulting company 27 days before Emeka signed. Your transfer arrived 2 days after the company accepted the disputed file. What result was your payment meant to reward? Chief called it the first part of a success fee. He said the balance would come after Chinaza moved out and the redevelopment became final. He had already taken money for the property before he brought me into the meeting. The replacement house was only the story he used to make me cooperate. Kunle, the first payment has landed. Keep Emeka focused on the replacement house. We need Chinaza's consent in the file before the company releases the balance. That message came 3 days before he handed me the sealed envelope. He said the consent problem had been solved and told me to deliver the package.
He did not return because he remembered family. He returned because somebody had already paid him for my home.
Kunle, you will keep your phone. With your written permission, an independent technician will preserve copies of the voice note, messages, and transfer alert. Your statement will record exactly what you did and what you deny doing. Consent. I delivered the envelope and accepted the payment, but I did not create Chinaza's consent, Pastor Danladi's witness signature, or the estate deed. Add my statement. I signed only the family declaration after my father had already taken the advance. I never authorized Conley to use my name, and Auntie Chinaza never permitted me to act for her. Cardinal Ridge confirms that the transaction, eviction process, and any further payments remains suspended. The original file is sealed with company legal pending the investigation. The preservation notices are ready, but Okudili's lawyer has just sent another document. He now claims Pagyang signed a separate confirmation of purchase in 2019.
Pagyang died in 2016. Then this new paper has exposed itself before anybody touched it.
The original documents and digital evidence have been preserved, and the suspected forgery report has been filed. Before you leave, answer one question. Who wrote the 2019 confirmation your lawyer sent? It came from Pagyang's family archive. I never saw the original document, and I did not write it.
This correction bends the number 7 and closes the capital G exactly as you did on the transport note you wrote in 1998, the day I carried Emeka away.
Blue ink and an old envelope do not prove that I forged anything. Nobody mentioned blue ink. Your lawyer sent a black and white copy. Only somebody who saw the original would know the color.
I know.
Dr. Emeka, the evidence has already been preserved. Before this council records anything, tell this straight what you signed and why. I did not know my father had already taken money. That does not excuse me. I signed because I wanted his approval more than I wanted Auntie Chinaza's truth. I gave you a family respectable people would recognize. Do you think important houses wanted to hear that a roadside tailor raised you? And do not blame me for the words you used at your introduction. She gave me the name I carried into every important room. You did not make me successful. You only taught me to be ashamed of saying who made me.
Enough. I am not a name for both of you to fight over. I paid for this ground. I raised Emeka. I buried my sister. I worked for 26 years, and I stayed when everybody else left. Record me correctly.
I am not asking you to forgive me tonight. I came to say I am sorry for the second to last row.
On the bus home, I checked my wrapper 3 times. I checked the seams and the sleeves. I thought if I had looked more expensive, you might have said my name. You will not sleep in this compound tonight. You will not apologize, receive forgiveness, and drive back to Abuja feeling clean.
What do you want me to do?
One day, enter a room where nobody knows me and everybody matters to you. When they ask who raised you, say my name there. Come back after that. Then we will discuss forgiveness.
This council has reached its findings. We do not claim the powers of a court. We cannot cancel a government title or convict anybody. We can record what the evidence established and send it to the proper authorities. First, Chinaza Obiora paid the full purchase price for number 14 Rukuba Road in 106 installments between March 2003 and October 2012. No evidence shows that anybody else contributed. Second, Emeka Nwadike has admitted that his name was used for Chinaza's protection, not because she gave him the property. He has undertaken to sign the necessary transfer documents and cooperate with registration.
Third, the alleged 2019 confirmation contains an impossible date, handwriting inconsistencies, and a signature attributed to a person who had died 3 years earlier. It must be investigated as a suspected false document. Fourth, Okudili entered the pre-sale arrangement and received 25 million naira before Emeka gave consent. Copies of these findings will go to Cardinal Ridge, the land registry, the estate administrators, and the investigating authorities.
Okudili, you walked away from Emeka when he was 6. 26 years later, you returned because you remember the ground. This council cannot imprison you, but until the proper authorities resolve these matters, you are not welcome on Rukuba Road. Go and answer for the papers you brought here.
Number 14 Rukuba Road, registered to Chinaza Obiora, fully and finally. Put it inside the old drawer. The paper has finally agreed with the truth, but the ground has always known it was mine.
Auntie, what is all this money doing inside an old biscuit tin?
It is every naira Emeka sent after he started working, from his first salary until the eviction notice came. 2,640,000 naira. I refused to let money become payment for his absence. I kept it until it could build something that would outlive the pain. Eat before you enter. Nobody learns anything while hungry, and nobody is blocking this doorway today. Move inside. Some of you came because your mother sent you. Some came because there was nowhere else to send you. In this room, nobody will ask why you arrived before deciding whether you deserve to stay. I will teach you a trade. When you leave here, you will have your skill, your hands, and the knowledge of what you can build with them. We begin with a straight line. Everything else depends on where you begin. Stand straight, chin up. You are not going anywhere in this life looking like somebody's mistake.
Under the mango tree, Rukuba Road remembers.
Carefully cut along the marked line. Now, prepare to pin the pieces. They are learning so well. You are all doing very well.
And every door was closing. I held your little hand. I had no gold or comfort, only work and a place to stand.
Some people inherit a name.
Took love to mourn,
Others build one with their own hands.
sorrow into view.